Hi, my name is Bojan Savic here at Mercedes-Benz of Scottsdale, and I want to talk to you a little bit about this brand new 2021 Mercedes AMG GLE 53. It has a very long name, and there's even longer if I'm going to put the turbocharged 4MATIC, EQ boost, and everything else, but I think you know what we're trying to say. So, the vehicle is 2021 brand new. I hope you know there was for a 2020 we didn't make the GLE Coupe. So there's 2019 skipped 2020. So this is what Mercedes brought to us as a brand new old redesign. So obviously we see the styling, everything is different. So what's new? Everything is new. Everything is different. So what are we bringing you that's different than the last time? Well, everything is just kind of improved. So what I mean, when I say everything, I do mean everything. So the new engine, the new transmission that we have on this car, the different 4MATIC Plus that we have on the vehicle, so the interior design language and everything else, that is all different. Of course, it does resemble the one before. It's the same kind of a DNA. So it's still, we want you to recognize the vehicle instantly and to know, even if you haven't seen it before, that's a GLE AMG. So we offer this vehicle as a 53 and a 63. Right now we have a 53. 63 is going to be later on in the year. We hope in about December the 63 is going to be. So let me just stop right here and address the important issue. So this is a 53 that we didn't have before. So we changed from 43 to the 53. What's different? Well, in this vehicle you do have the inline 6-cylinder engine with the EQ boost and the turbo. What's the EQ boost? EQ boost is the battery that sits between engine and the transmission, and that provides the necessary power for the vehicle to propel it to its speed. Now, this vehicle is 429 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque, but in that it's not included, and I cannot combine it, the battery that provides the 21 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. That's right here, because it does not come at the same time. So about the EQ boost and what we have on this vehicle, there should be a different segment, and you can definitely YouTube the EQ boost on Mercedes to go more in depth about that system that we're using to supplement the power on this GLE 53. So the vehicle and the power distributed via the all-wheel drive 4MATIC Plus. So the vehicle it's a performance all-wheel drive. So it's biased on the rear, but it will transfer the portion of the power in the front, and it's a 4MATIC Plus, which means that the torque of the vehicle, that's getting produced by the engine via the TCT transmission is going to be transmitted to the wheel that has the most traction to work together with ESP, so it can give the vehicle best handling. So what does that do for us on the driving of the vehicle on your spirit? Well, when the vehicle propelled to the speed, if you're going to go a little bit more aggressive driving, the vehicle is going to feel, even though it's an SUV, it's going to behave more like a car. It's going to be a little bit more stable than the regular one because of the 4MATIC Plus. The vehicle, it's airmatic suspension, so you can raise it and lower it. And on the higher speeds, the vehicle will lower a little bit to the ground so it can give it the better traction. The 4MATIC Plus, it makes sure if you're going into our corners that to give the most power to the wheels that have the best or the most traction, so the vehicle will do what the driver is intending it to do. So far as on correction, and I mentioned a few things, the ESP, you do have the adjustments of the ESP. You do have the adjustments also on the vehicle. Far as on the exhaust note, you can make it louder or quieter. Doesn't do anything with the speed, but it just makes the sound different. You can raise the vehicle, it can go up and down. Far as on the airmatic suspension, that is based upon the AMG settings. So all in all, and just to shorten out, it will provide you with a lot of speed, with a lot of enjoyment far as in the vehicle. Now let's go into the styling. So everything on the front is redesigned. The Panamericana grille with the slotted the front grille, gonna make it distinct, the AMG look. Also the new headlights, new shape. It's a multi-beam LED. So this is many of our new generation vehicles is going to have this kind of a pointy headlight looking far as in the light, the LEDs. Again, this is the multi-beam LED, and I encourage you greatly to watch the YouTube videos about the multi-beam LED, not to spend this much. So this vehicle is finished in the black exterior together with the black interior, and it does have the dynamic inserts inside it, and I'll show you it has the carbon fiber. Also, far as on the wheels, AMG rotors. AMG braking system completely. Do you have the perforated rotors that's cross-drilled for the better heat dissipation? In this case, we have the 21-inch wheels and tires, double 5-spoke that we have. Of course, this one comes with the running boards. As far as on the equipment, it's pretty much loaded with everything that there is. This vehicle as it sits right now, it has about 92,000 MSRP, which gives you just about all the features that the vehicle is provide you with. But now let me just move on, and inside let me just touch on the few things and point out the new things that are new, different and fresh for the 2021. Welcome to the interior of this beautiful 2021 GLE 53 AMG. The things that I want to point out and get right away, get straight in it without a big description of the things. Different, of course, the double screen, double 10.25 sides screens that we have, one for the driver and the passenger, one for the multimedia that's in the middle. It's all mashed up in one big screen. So what does that give us? What it really does for us? Well, it does have the Mercedes-Benz User Experience MBUX system where you can talk to the car. Kind of like a Siri, what it is with the iPhone, with the Google Assistant that you have on the Google phones. So you can talk to the car, you can say the certain commands and the vehicle will do that. One of the cool, exciting things. So there's a lot of customization. So you can design what you want displayed right in front of, because it's important for the driver, right? Do you want the speed? Do you want a tachometer? Do you want the driving directions? Do you want how much the G-forces are pressing you? Do you want how much boost do you have from the turbos right now? What's the temperature of the oil in the engine? What's the temperature of the oil in the transmission? Where is your vehicle far as on the, does it have a positive or a negative slope backward and forward, also the side to the side? So how much fuel do you have left? So as you can see, what I'm trying to say, it does gives you the plenty of the information, and you can decide where you want that information to be placed. Right in front of you, to the left portion, to the middle portion, to the right portion of the display. As well, you can do the same thing. Also, what's different, that you do have this right now, it's adjustable. It's a touchscreen that we didn't have that before. So this particular area right here, it's for your armrest, and then you can also do like we did before. You have this touchpad where you can change and pinpoint things that you would want if you don't want to do the touchscreen, or if you're just that person. You do have some of the options that we didn't have before that are new and exciting. You do have the massage seats that you can do have that you do have now, that you can have for the driver and the passenger. We didn't have that. I think it's pretty cool. You do have the fragrance that's going to work with the Energizer package, so it can change how does your interior of the cabin feels and smells. So that comes again with the Energizer package, that you can change the vehicle mood. It's going to change how you feel, from the enjoyment to the vitality to the several different things, where it's going to work together with the music, with the fragrance, with the heating or ventilation of the seats and the massaging. So it's going to try to set you in a particular mood. That's definitely got to be experienced. Really hard to transfer that feeling to just if you're watching TV. But as you can imagine, if you have something that's massaging you, giving you appropriate music, gives you the certain the smell, you might change your music into something in some other direction that you would want it to be. Now, let me get to the thing that's very, very important when you're driving the car, and it is a steering wheel. So it's an all-new steering wheel. This one is a sports steering wheel with the AMG buttons here on the side. That's an option. Flat bottom steering wheel, AMG imprint, and it's not just that it looks great, but it really, really feels great. Of course, left and right pedals for downshifting, and for the upshifting. On the end, this is the AMG vehicle, and this, the TCT transmission, torque converter transmission. It will work seamlessly, so you can give you that shift of the speed exactly when you would need it. Other comfort and convenience feature, because it is a sports car, but it is a luxury car as well. Heated seats, ventilated seats, and you can adjust the passenger seat by just pressing the button right here, that you can move this seat, as you can see, just from the passenger side. Some of the things that we took from the S-Class. Burmester sound system, something that you would expect. It's an option, but you can upgrade it to the 3D Burmester sound system if you really like the music and you like the clarity. You like it a little bit louder, for about 1560 watts of power. Should be should be enough just for about everybody. So in the middle here, you do have the adjustments if you want to shift this vehicle, because of course it's automatic, but you can shift it in the manual mode. You can adjust the ESP system if you want to give this vehicle a little bit more play. So if you want the vehicle to slide on the streets, or if you want to have a little bit more control as a driver and input, only for the skilled drivers. You can raise the vehicle, lower the vehicle, of course. You can adjust how much leeway do you want to give it in the suspension. Do you want to have more cushion, more comfortable ride, or you want a little bit stiffer for the sportier handling? And you do have, like I mentioned before, the exhaust note. Do you want that open flaps for the louder or a little bit quieter? It was just 6 o'clock in the morning and you're leaving the house and you don't want to wake up everybody. So that's in the front that you can notice. If you notice on this one also, we have the big roof that you can open. Definitely a nice touch. You have the Mercedes Me Connect that Mercedes gives you for 3 years. So you can download the app, you can remote start the car, open, lock the car. You can see where the vehicle was, the speed limit, all kinds of cool things. Free from the Mercedes for 3 years. Just hook it up on your phone and that's it. That's the Mercedes Me Connect, and you have SOS button if you would need somebody on the line right away. One of the things that I didn't touch in this video, it's a driver assistance system. That vehicle is equipped. It's the top of the line safety offered by Mercedes, and it does have so many features that it definitely requires an extra video, but I want to make sure that I mention the driver assistance package. So now, just on the finishing touches, let me show you what we have in the back. And again, thank you very much for watching this video. So towards the back of this beautiful GLE 53, as you noticed already, this vehicle looks good from the front, from the side, with this coupe kind of a looking silhouette, but it definitely does look very, very, very good from the exterior as well, the back side of that. So the angle with the LED lighting, two-piece, the taillights, the very modern, very sleek finish as far as on the back, the quad exhaust that we would expect from the AMG. So in the 53, you do have this rounded. On the 63, it's going to come a little bit more squared. So that's one of the things that you're going to notice the difference for the back. Also, the vehicle does offer, very important, does offer the tow hitch. I know that a lot of you are not going to pull the boat or something like that, but you might use this as far as on the bicycles and stuff like that. So it does offer. So the opening of the rear, as you would expect, it can come with the movement of the foot. Sorry, I gotta try it twice. And as far as, going to give you really a lot of space in the back with the raised lip here. So if you have the objects that not be sliding when you open the rear tailgate, that's really, really useful. You do have also the button that can lower this rear portion, so it can be easier for loading and unloading if you notice this vehicle is going down now. So it can just load and unload. We can fold down the rear seats, so it can make everything flat, and it's super, super easy. Now you have a lot of usefulness out of this SUV, sports SUV, or AMG Performance vehicle. Let's call it like that. So this can be removed very easily. So now if you look at it, you have plenty of space, or I would call this mode, hello Costco. Definitely Costco shopping, it's not a problem. Put this back, it's really, really easy. You put this, so now it's in your regular mode. You can press the button to lock and close, to go back. Again, we have this beautiful looking SUV, beautiful looking back finish. As far as on this GLE 53, one of the first 2021 models that was released from the Mercedes. Again, my name is Bojan Savic here at Mercedes-Benz of Scottsdale. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you come and look me up and I can show you this vehicle in person. Thank you.